afternoon. We have a privilege to meet with Pranshu Sharma, Area Sales Manager of Wipotec, and we will be having some bites and about some of the innovations which Wipotec is doing and their market presence in India. So, hello Pranshu, how are you?
Hello, thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Pranshu, we will just proceed with the question regarding the metal detection system and scope in India.
Right.
So, how is Wipotec trying to cater the Indian food processing market?
Right. So as you know, in the food market, metal detection is basically a mandatory requirement. So for most of the packaging types, we need to have a metal detector in the line, because first and foremost, for the safety reasons, you need to detect the contamination so that it does, the consumer does not consume it basically. So we ourselves, Wipotec is like one of the leading weighing and inspection solution providers. So we are also in the inspection line. So metal detector, whenever you visit a food customer, would be the first question, like, do you have it in your line? If not, then you need to have that, because like I said, like for the food safety and everything. We recently started working with our new partner here, and we are developing this market already. So together we also have combination machines. We have been present in India for more than 15 years in both metal detection as well as checkweighers, and now we have started to expand more on this background.
Yeah. Yes. So just I wanted to know more about the competition and the bottlenecks from the policies front of you.
Right.
So how are India's policy aiding the food processing industry, and do you see an upthrust in that one?
Definitely. So in terms of competition, I would say like this kind of market, to be very honest, is already kind of saturated, because it is not something new. It is not a niche market. So most of the consumers are already using metal detectors. So of course competition is there. But at the same time, what happens is many consumers are also not happy with the machines they are using. So with the recent government policies like Make in India initiative and all, so it has become slightly difficult. Not going to lie on that point, it has become difficult. But also from a safety point of view, it is very important, because now the policies are becoming stricter. And not just for metal detection, in the recent 1 or 2 years, I have also seen a rise in requests for X-ray machines as well. So because the packaging is also shifting, so that's why like we are getting more and more requests for this. Plus with the increasing population of India, as you know, in terms of food, we are one of the top 5 producers in the world. So many global customers are also coming up with new factories and new lines. So of course there's always going to be requirement.
Okay. Moving on the next part, I think Wipotec is extensively engaged in marking and labeling systems.
Right.
So what are the cutting edge technologies which are provided by Wipotec in this segment, and how it is being done in India? How the Indian market is responding to those systems?
Right. So for Wipotec also, now we have been in the market of track and trace, I would say, for the last 10 years, a little more than 10 years. And we also do marking and labeling of food products. And this also is very important. Currently, we are also working on the topic of 2D in retail. So what happens is, like all the packaged products, they usually at present have a 1D code below, which you can scan and which you can see the details for.
Yeah.
But now in the long run, they will move towards 2D, like 2-dimensional codes, because they contain much more information. And this is something which is very in the initial stage at the moment, but we feel like in 5 years from now, it's going to be the norm for most of the consumers and for most of the food products. And Wipotec is already working on this. So we work with most of the GS1 companies worldwide, and we are working in this direction as well. So what happens is, on one point, if I talk about track and trace, we started with the idea of preventing counterfeit in the market. So it might happen like, you may see, it is hard to detect whether the product is actually manufactured by the actual manufacturer or is it a fake product in the market. So what Wipotec machine does is, like, we print a 2D code on the product itself, and along with certain other information, and then this 2D code is serialized. So for the manufacturer, they can basically track it from their house. It goes to the storage, from storage to the reseller, from reseller to the end customer. So they can basically track where the product is at any given point in time. And for the customer, it is the other way around. So they can scan the code and they can identify that, okay, this is something which is manufactured. It's a real product and not a fake one. So we have machines for this, and we have high-speed machines which can do that, also in combination with checkware, for example.
Sure. So you know what, AI is on the rise, and what big data analysis is being done across the country. Means industry 4.0 is just being transformed to industry 5.0.
Right.
Okay. So what type of artificial intelligence systems you are using in your X-ray vision
Right.
or your metal detection system?
Right.
Yeah.
So with X-rays, we are already working on AI already. Like we have incorporated that in our X-ray machines, and in the future we are also we also have, for example, recently the RFID scanners.
Yeah.
So that is also something which you can go and you can just place your card on the machine,
Yeah.
and then it can be operated. So no need for manual password and so on. In the future, we are also working towards something which might be like a fingerprint scanner or something.
Yeah.
So these are the things which are already there, and the X-ray technology itself works with AI already.
Yeah.
So we have a diode array
Yeah.
which in the X-ray machines,
Yeah.
and we have a receiver or a scanning conveyor below. So the rays goes from top to bottom. It passes through the product, and
Yeah.
then at the same time it looks into contamination.
Yeah.
And we have the image of the product on the screen as well. So this is all automated. So it is already happening there.
Sure. So moving on to the next part, we have already just talked about that tracking system which you have,
Yes.
metal detection system which you have. Moving on to the next part, Wipotec is extensively providing software solutions to the industry.
Right.
So can you just tell more about what type of software solutions are you providing?
Definitely. So we have our own central data management software called ComScale.
Yeah.
So for all of our machines, we send the statistics to the customer's ERP system via different ways. We can send it via Ethernet, we can send it via RS-232, we can send it via TCP/IP. But with ComScale, what happens is if one customer from us has multiple machines in his lines, and this can be different types of machines. It can be a metal detector, it can be an X-ray, it can be a check wear. So all these machines can be connected together via this software, and the customer can see the real statistics in real time on a separate computer. So for example, a maintenance manager can be sitting in his own office, and on his laptop he can be seeing the statistics of 5 different machines. We can go up to 100 machines as well in real time on his computer which are in the line. So he does not have to be physically present there. So with this software that is possible.
Okay. So can you just explain something more about the Wipotec Cell? You are extensively selling it in India right now.
Right.
So what is that Wipotec Cell and how it is different from the load cell which you have?
So I would say when I use the word Wipotec, the first thing that comes to people's mind is the weigh cell itself. The weigh cell for us is the heart of our system, and that is also how we started around 38 years ago with the weigh cell. So weigh cell, the basic difference between a weigh cell and load cell is the technology itself.
Yeah.
So the weigh cell works on electromagnetic force restoration principle, whereas a load cell works on a traditional strain gauge system. So with this EMFR, electromagnetic force restoration, we have a shorter sampling time, we have a much quicker response time, and we have a much higher reliability. So basic difference. So for example, checkware has EMFR weigh cell on one side and a load cell on the other side. With weigh cell, whatever is the results in terms of accuracy on day one will be the exact results which are 5 years from now as well.
Okay.
But with the load cell, what happens is it has lesser reliability and the performance deteriorates over time. So it might be like on day one you are getting a accuracy of 500 milligrams. 3 years later that goes to 2 grams. So for the end customer, from 500 milligrams to 2 grams is a huge number, especially when you are running, for example, hundreds of pieces per minute, thousands of pieces in a day, lakhs of pieces in a week. So the amount of giveaway increases. So the customer is losing money. So with the EMFR weigh cell which we have, the return on investment is much more. So the total cost of ownership is higher for the customer.
Okay. The moving on to the next part, your expanding footprints in India. Yes. With Safe Automations as your India partner. So what is the ratio and how are you gaining traction in India right now?
Right. So for Wipotec itself, like I said, we are a 38-year-old company, and our goal, our principle is also Asia expansion, especially in India, because India is a huge market. We all know we have now, like in terms of population, we are number 1. We have our food industry is among the top 3. Top 5, and our in terms of volume, our pharma industry is also the 3rd largest. So for us, India is a very important market, and this is exactly what my management at Wipotec also sees. It was one of the reasons that I started working there, because they wanted to have a matrix organization for someone, you know, who has the local knowledge as well as the German machinery knowledge as well. So combining these two things together, and then comes in place our local partner called Safe Automation. So we have been working with them since 3 years now. We started working in the Saudi region and the Gulf region, and within a very short period of time, within 2 years, we had very good performance. So our sales increased by, I would say, 200%.
Sure.
And that was the reason we started working with them together in India as well, and much more actively. So now in terms of structure, I can say we have sales managers in every big city like Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Chennai. So we cater to these different regions where we have the factory locations as well. And of course, like from Wipotec side, I am always present there. So we are participating in different exhibitions as
Sure.
this one right now. So to have our presence and to let the customer know that yes, we are locally present. You always have a local point of contact in India,
Yeah.
but of course the the core of the business comes from Germany itself.
So, nice to meet you. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and best of luck for the future expansion in India.
Likewise, thank you so
you.
much.